What's up, guys? I have my top 10 knives of 2020 video here, and I'm just gonna roll right into it. I didn't do any categories. I just did the top 10 knives, so there could be budget knives that are up closer to the top or up closer to the bottom, and under $100, over $100. They're just all mixed in. So JT kind of did sort of like a similar thing, and I kind of like that format. And just gonna start off with number 10 and work my way up. So number 10, we have the Ferrum Forge Stinger, and this is made by Sebenza. So just a great little knife, under $100, and very good action. Nicely done flipper tab, fires out on ball bearings, great ergos, nitro V steel. Why this didn't get higher up in my list is because the lock bar access was not that great, so I did mill out a little more so I could get my thumb in there a little bit better to disengage the lock. So because I had to mod the knife to make it better, when it could have came like that, with better lock bar access, that's why I didn't make it up higher. But still a great knife, and it's in my collection. Yeah, so most of the knives that make it on those lists, in fact, all of them, actually all but one of the knives I have. So if that tells you a little bit about how good they are, because there's a lot of knives that come through for the channel and don't stick around. But this number 9 is the QSP Penguin, and this knife is kind of shows you what's possible at a budget knife. Phosphor bronze washers, I really like that. That's one thing 2020 brought to me is my knife collection is almost all phosphor bronze washers now, or nylon or Teflon washers. So I've just come to realize that washers are better than bearings, for me at least. But this knife, got the micarta scales, great ergos, Warncliffe blade, D2, deep carry clip, great folder for under $30, and that makes it a number 9 slot. All right, number 8. Now this is why, or one of the knives that are not here, and why I have these two here, is because the knife that I have in the number 8 spot is the Sebenza 31. Now I don't have a 31. I have a 21 and I have an Nkosi. So basically the 31 is kind of like a mix of the Nkosi and Sebenza 21. So the 31 has the exact shape of the or handle ergos of the 21, but it also has the clip and the ball bearing interface of the Nkosi. So that's why I say it's kind of like a mix of these two, and I don't own a 31, but I own these two, and both of them are great. And so if I was to pick up a 31, I'm sure it would be great also. So and I believe they were originally debuted at SHOT Show 2019, but I don't think they started coming out until 2020. I could be wrong on that, but the 31 makes the number 8 spot. So I'll put my 21 in for this. So number 8 spot, there you go. All right, number 7 is the Kizer Contrail, designed by Justin Lundquist. This is an awesome little blade in 154 cm, liner lock. It's so smooth because of that detent ramp and on Teflon washers, which makes it very smooth. Self-lubricating washers. great action. You're seeing a lot of high-end detent ramp washers on a budget knife under $100. So really cool knife. You can kind of get a 4-finger grip on it. You can thumb flick it, and you can front flip it. So there is the number 7 spot right there. Alright, number 6 is the quiet carry Eddy. So not a lot of attention given to this knife, but this is about $100 with 20 CV, and they do good heat treat on there. Deep carry wire clip, G10 handles, excellent access to that lock bar, riding on phosphor bronze washers, smooth knife, great action, very useful. Blade, get a full 4-finger grip, good jimping, lot to like about that knife. Number 6. Alright, now we're into the top 5. And number 5's got to be the Spyderco Siren. So this knife, I carried this knife for a long time while I was deployed. Held up great. I love the concept of this knife, an EDC knife, corrosion resistant, and what really, on phosphor bronze washers, what really makes this knife great is the smooth, super smooth action of this lock back. So you can see it just falls shut. You can disengage it with your index finger, and it's just super smooth. Great blade. So that is number 5. So they can get it in frame. Close it up. Alright, number 4 is the Pacific Salt 2 in LC200N with those awesome linerless scales that they need to start putting into all of their FRN knives to make them super light. And this is super corrosion resistant. No, it's just riding on the handles, so nothing on there, but it still has good lockup, and just a great knife. So that is number 4. Alright, number 3 is the Spyderco Sage 5 lightweight, and this knife is I've just gone head over heels for this knife. It is coming out of Taichung with S30V and a compression lock that's done so well, phosphor bronze washers. Part of the reason why it's done so well is because it now has a pivot bushing system. The same kind of pivot in this price of a knife is in this price of a knife, which is a very good price for what you're getting, and it's just an amazing knife. I got these aftermarket scales on here from Parsons Blade Works, under 3 ounces, 2.7 ounces. Just a great knife. So that is the number 3 spot, and the number 2 spot is right in line with this, with the same kind of pivot bushing coming out of Taichung, except this little guy is in 20 CV. So excellent steel, great slicer, nice piercing tip, awesome ergos and design with that great compression lock and deep carry wire clip. And the action on this is just amazing. It's a very thin blade, so very light blade, but it has an amazing action with that bushing pivot in there. And this is rocking some aftermarket wood scales, which actually lighten it up too. Alright, and the number 1 spot is the Quiet Carry Waypoint. This knife, I just completely love this knife. It is, action on this knife is just, you cannot get any better than this. The detent is not super hard, but it's hard. It's just perfect detent, let's just say that. You have an LC200N liner, a Vanax blade, which is very sought after, basically corrosion resistant, with the edge retention of a very high-end steel, so very sought after steel. The ergos are great. The jimping is perfect. The blade stock is nice and slicey, and you have a hollow grind, which makes it perform even better. And a tip that can really do some piercing. Deep carry wire clip, reversible. So titanium is milled out, so it's under, I'm pretty sure it's under 3 ounces. But you really can't get any better than this. Phosphor bronze washers. This is just an amazing knife. One knife you don't see on here is the Malibu. So the Malibu made a lot of people's top knife of the year and stuff. But to me, it was just too boring. It couldn't stick around past a week, really, because although it had good action, that was the only thing it had going for it. Everything else, as far as deployment options and comfort and weight and everything, it just didn't compare to these other knives. So it's a good knife. It's just not. It can't be the #1 knife. But this one definitely can. And they're coming back in stock with them. They're coming out with G10 versions, and so I would recommend one of these for sure. And so this is the list. I will see you guys on the next one.